Organic rice farming in Southeast Asia. I am so glad to take this deep dive with organic rice farming in Southeast Asia. This isn't just a method of agriculture. It's a way of living in harmony with the rhythms of the islands and the mainland, from the terraces of Luzon to the deltas of the Mekong. We are going to pull up a chair under a mango tree and really get into the nitty-gritty. We aren't just going to talk about seeds. We are going to talk about the soul of the soil, the dance of the ducks, and the secret life of microbes. The heart of the matter. Why organic and why now? Now, you might be wondering why anyone would choose the harder path of organic farming when bags of synthetic fertilizer are sitting right there at the local coop. Well, if you look at the history of Southeast Asian farming, we were organic for thousands of years before the Green Revolution arrived in the 1960s. While that era brought high yields, it also brought high costs, poisoned water tables, and soil that eventually became hard as concrete. By choosing organic, you are reclaiming your independence. You are no longer beholden to big chemical companies. You are becoming a scientist, an artist, and a guardian of the earth. In our tropical climate, things happen fast. The heat makes things grow, but it also makes things rot. We are going to use that speed to our advantage. Chapter 1, listening to the land, the soil. Before we even think about rice, we have to think about the bed the rice sleeps in. In Southeast Asia, our soils vary wildly. You might have the rich volcanic soils of Java, the sandy loams of Isan in Thailand, or the heavy clays of the Vietnamese deltas. The secret life under your feet. In a handful of healthy organic soil, there are more living organisms than there are people on the entire planet. We're talking about fungi, bacteria, protozoa, and the humble earthworm. In conventional farming, these little guys are mostly dead because of the pesticides. Your first job is to bring them back to life. The pH puzzle. Rice is a bit of a Goldilocks plant. It doesn't like things too sour, acidic, or too bitter, alkaline. Most organic rice varieties in our region thrive when the pH is between 5.5 and 7.0. If your soil is too acidic, a common problem in tropical areas with high rainfall, you might need to add agricultural lime, or better yet, high-quality wood ash from your cooking fire. Testing without tearing your hair out. Don't guess, test. Take a trowel and dig about 15 centimeters deep in 10 different spots across your field. Mix that soil in a bucket and take a small bag of it to your local Department of Agriculture. Tell them you're going organic. They will help you understand your nitrogen, N, phosphorus, P, and potassium K levels. This is your roadmap. And Chapter 2, setting the stage, land preparation. In Southeast Asia, land preparation is a communal event. It's the sound of dati, chap, the power tiller, or the the splashing of the water buffalo. But for an organic farmer, this stage is about more than just mud. It's about incorporation. The no-burn rule. This is the hardest habit to break. For generations, farmers have burned rice straw because it's fast. But when you see that smoke, you're watching your nitrogen and your organic matter literally go up in flames. Instead, you're going to tread that straw back into the mud. Let it rot. It's free food for your soil. The art of the level field. If your field isn't level, you will lose the war against weeds. Weeds love dry spots. If a little corner of your paddy sticks out of the water, the grass will move in like an uninvited guest at a wedding. You want your field so flat that when you let in the water, it covers every square inch at exactly the same depth. Use a long wooden board hitched to your buffalo or tractor and take your time. This is again Zenit Ren, Anichip Reyes, and Shanwork. Chapter 3, the System of Rice Intensification, SRI. Now let's talk about the SRI method. This is a game changer for organic farmers in the tropics. Traditionally, farmers plant old seedlings, are 30 days old, in big clumps drowning them in deep water. SRI does the exact opposite. Think small and young. In SRI, we transplant seedlings when they are very young, only 8 to 12 days old. They look tiny and fragile, but they have incredible rebound energy. When you move them to the field this young, they don't go into transplant shock. Give them space. Instead of crowding the plants, we plant them one by one in a wide grid, usually 25 centimeters by 25 centimeters. If you look at a conventional field, it looks like a thick carpet. An SRI field looks like a lonely grid of tiny green dots. Your neighbors might laugh at you. They'll say, "You're growing weeds, not rice, but just wait." Because that single plant isn't fighting its neighbors for sunlight, its roots will explode outward. The tiller explosion. A tiller is a stalk of rice. A crowded plant might produce 10 stalks. A single SRI plant, given enough space and air, can produce 50 or 60 stalks. More stalks mean more grain. Chapter 4. Water, the great balancing act. In Southeast Asia, we often think rice needs to be submerged in water to grow. That's a myth. Rice can survive in water, but it actually breeds better when the soil is moist but not flooded. Alternate wetting and drying, AWD. This is a technique developed by the International Rice Research Institute, IRRI, right here in the Philippines. You flood the field, then you let the water naturally recede until the soil just begins to show tiny cracks. Then you flood it again. This does two amazing things. It forces the roots to grow deep into the earth, searching for moisture, making the plant drought resistant. It stops the production of methane gas, which is a major contributor to climate change. Chapter 5, feeding the soil organic fertilizers. You can't just take from the soil, you have to give back. Since we aren't using urea or NPK pellets, we have to be creative. The power of green manure. Before you plant rice, plant a cover crop like mung beans or sesbania. These plants have a special relationship with bacteria in the soil that allows them to suck nitrogen out of the air and turn it into solid food. When the beans start to flower, you plow the whole crop into the mud. It's like giving your soil a giant protein shake. Liquid gold, fermented plant juice, FPJ. This is a favorite among Filipino and Thai organic farmers. You take the growing tips of fast growing plants like banana trunks or morning glory, mix them with brown sugar, and let them ferment in a jar for a week. The resulting juice is packed with growth hormones and microbes. Dilute it with water and spray it on your rice leaves. The plants will turn a deep, healthy green within days. Indigenous microorganisms, IMO. So this is where it gets really conversational and fun. You are going to go into a nearby healthy forest and invite the local microbes to your farm. You cook some rice, half cooked is best, put it in a wooden box, and bury it under some leaf litter in the woods. After a few days, a white fuzz will cover the rice. You know, that's the good stuff. You bring that back, mix it with molasses, and spread it on your fields. You are literally inoculating your farm with the strength of the forest. Chapter 6, Managing the Uninvited Guests, Pests and Weeds. In a chemical farm, a bug is an enemy to be destroyed. In an organic farm, a bug is just a sign that your ecosystem is out of balance. Ecological engineering. Don't just grow rice. Plant flowers on the buds, the little walls between the pouchhorn, the ibinishtaunki, ariape, arateke. Sunflowers, marigolds, and even vegetables like okra attract predatory wasps. These wasps are the police of your farm. They will hunt down the stem borers and plant hoppers that want to eat your rice. The duck brigade. This is my favorite part of Southeast Asian farming. Once your rice seedlings are about 2 weeks old and strong enough not to be trampled, you release a flock of ducks into the field. The ducks do 3 jobs at once. They eat the golden apple snails, a huge pest in our region. Their constant paddling muddies the water, which blocks the sun and prevents weeds from germinating. They apply fertilizer every few minutes in the form of manure. Just remember to take them out once the rice starts to produce grain, or they will have a very expensive rice dinner at your expense. Chapter 7, the harvest and the human element. When the grains are about 80% golden and they feel firm between your teeth, it's time. And in Southeast Asia, harvesting is the time for music, laughter, and community. Post-harvest purity. If you want to sell your rice as organic, you have to be careful. If you take your organic paddy to a mill that just processed a bunch of chemically grown rice, you'll get cross-contamination. Many organic farmers invest in a small dedicated mill for their community or ensure the big mill is cleaned out before they're run. The value of the grain. Organic rice, especially traditional varieties like riceberry from Thailand, heirloom rice from the Cordilleras, or fragrant varieties from Cambodia, fetches a much higher price in the city. And people are waking up to the fact that what they eat matters. Your rice isn't just a commodity, it's medicine. Chapter 8, Building the Community, PGS. Being an organic farmer can feel lonely if you do it by yourself. In Southeast Asia, we have something called the Participatory Guarantee System, PGS. Instead of paying a huge international company thousands of dollars to certify you, you form a group with your neighbors. You inspect each other's farms, you share seeds, and you vouch for each other. It's organic certification based on trust and friendship. A final word under the mango tree. We've covered a lot of ground, literally, from the microscopic bacteria in your soil to the ducks splashing in your paddies. Organic rice farming in Southeast Asia is a beautiful, complex, and deeply satisfying way to live. It requires more brain work than chemical farming. You have to observe. You have to walk your fields every day. You have to notice the color of the leaves and the flight of the dragonflies. But at the end of the day, when you sit down to a bowl of rice that you grew with nothing but sun, rain, and your own smarts, you'll know it was worth every bit of effort. The soil is waiting for you, the microbes are ready to work, and the ducks, well, they're just waiting for the gate to open.